Super Android 17 slams against a wall, as Gohan fires down a special beam cannon down towards him.
Ugh, you again? How annoying.
Super 17 summons a barrier around himself, and the special beam cannon begins to drill into it.
I got 17.
Got it.
King Sonic the Hedgehog bursts in and spin dashes through the hall.
Hey sis, get the rat.
Super Android 18 appears in front of Sonic, kneeing him across the face. Sonic lands on his arm and spin kicks 18 across her face.
Nice shot, Rat. But can you keep up?
She then zips all around him at Sonic speed. Sonic erupts into his super form and clashes with 18.
I got 18.
With the two main targets occupied, Whisper sneaks past the battle, heading for the main control room. She rushes through the hallway, destroying all the badniks in her way with her Wisp vials, given to her by Tails.
You should be coming up on the main room. Emerald shouldn't be there. But if you see Knuckles or Amy, turn back immediately. Understood?
Whisper dashes into the main control room, spotting Orbot and Cubot working on the upgrades for the two androids. She blasts at the two, with them screaming and running away. Whisper pulls out the decoder USB, plugging it into the console to collect the data on the two androids' upgrades.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Whisper detected.
Whisper gasps and turns around, firing the Flame Wisp towards Mecha Knuckles. Knuckles catches the flame and throws it right back at Whisper. She summons the Block Wisp to defend against the flame, but Knuckles blitzes through the block and grabs Whisper by the throat. A green glow surrounds Knuckles, and he is thrown right off of her.
Don't worry, Whisper. I can take him. Just do what Tails needs.
Absolutely not. Silver, get out of there now. You can't take him.
The data isn't downloaded yet. We have to try.
Damn it. Sonic, code Silver. Stop him now.
Sonic and 18 clash blows, with 18 unleashing a photon blast point blank in Sonic's face. He manages to catch it in time, but is blown back by it. He uses this distraction to blitz away towards Silver and knock Knuckles away from him.
I'm assuming Trunks is here too. Spill it, Silver. Where's your brother?
With Mom.
Trunks slams into the wall, coughing blood, as Mecha Amy nails him in the chest with her hammer. Trunks fires a burning attack in her face to get her off, and he blasts towards the hall. Amy raises her hand to trap Trunks in telekinesis and slams him back to the ground. Sonic blitzes in and grabs Trunks. He runs by Amy as the two of them exchange a look.
You alright?
I'm sorry, Sonic. I thought we could...
I know you did.
He then turns and throws Trunks away as he catches 18's attack.
I'm getting real sick of you running away from me!
You know running is kinda my thing, Tin Grin.
He revs up a figure 8 spin and nails 18 in the jaw with it, though she uses the momentum of being thrown back to retaliate with a roundhouse kick to the arm. Sonic screams out as his arm goes limp, and 18 heel palms him against the wall. Sonic tries to stand up, though his arm is broken. 18 is on him at lightning speed and barrages him with energy blast. He screams out, not able to defend himself, as he reverts back to normal, battered.
Your Majesty!
Back off, kid, or you're gonna end up like him.
Get away from him, monster!
Trunks flies in swinging, with 18 just standing there tanking all of his blows, not feeling a thing.
Don't say I didn't warn ya.
18 punches Trunks in the face, breaking his nose. He backs off with his hands over his face as 18 grabs him by the hair and throws him into the ground face first, knocking him out right away. Gohan rushes in and knees her in the back of the head, backflipping off of it and launching a Hyper Masenko to push her through the ground.
Whisper, how much longer? We don't have much time.
Whisper watches as the download bar reaches 90%. They're not gonna have enough time. Mecha Knuckles stands up behind her, with Silver trying his best to hold him down, but Knuckles pushes through. He begins to tear pieces off the wall to throw at Knuckles, but he punches them all away and back at Silver. Silver manages to dodge and gets ready to battle more until he sees Amy rushing down the hallway behind Knuckles. He freezes, and Knuckles takes this opportunity to rush up to him and slam him into the ground, knocking him out cold in one punch. Gohan immediately senses Silver's energy loss and grabs Trunks and Sonic, then Chaos controlling over to Whisper. 17 and 18, then Chaos control to Gohan, finally discovering why these pests invaded their home in the first place.
Ah, I see. You didn't come to play today, did you? You came to learn our secrets. Kinda a big invasion of privacy, don't you think?
The download bar hits 100%, with the USB ejecting itself and teleporting away.
Where did it go?
17 readies an Electro Eclipse Bomb to fire and throws it down at the group. Gohan fires up a Masenko at it, with the attack moving out of the way of the Masenko and directly towards them. Gohan watches the attack coming towards them and screams out, unleashing all of the Chaos energy within himself. The blue Chaos energy begins to surround Gohan. As he goes to deflect the blast, he smashes right into it and manages to throw it right back at the androids. Shocked, the androids dodge out of the way and look down, though they begin to laugh, as they see that deflecting that attack took a lot out of him. Literally. He's not going down yet, however. The solar flare blinds the androids, with them screaming out as Gohan pulls in Silver and Whisper and unleashes Chaos Control that teleport them all back to Tails' lab. He then instantly drops back into base and collapses to the ground, having exhausted himself with Chaos Control. Tails rushes up to them and looks down at the armless Gohan.
Gohan? Oh my god!
Get him to the doctor, quickly!
Tails picks up Gohan with his robotic tails and rushes him to the hospital as fast as he can. Once the doctors take him away, Tails flies back home.
Did you guys get it?
Tails walks over to help Sonic up, and then extends his robotic tails and wraps them around Trunks and Silver, pulling them in close to him.
Tails, it's not...
Shut it! You guys almost died because of them! Gohan could be dying right now! You two don't understand just how dangerous this job is! You wanted to protect Whisper and show off how strong you are? She didn't need you! She could have let Knuckles away while the files finished downloading, and the USB would have teleported right back to me! But no! You two had to go and play hero for somebody who didn't need it! Now look at what happened! Gohan's lost his goddamn arm protecting you! This is why you need to listen to me when I talk! Do you understand?
We were just trying to...
Trying to what? Get yourselves killed? Is that how you plan on seeing your parents again?
Miles, that's enough!
Tails flinches and drops to 2. He walks away, back into his lab, and slams the door behind him.
Don't listen to him, guys. You did great out there. Just let me know if you plan on crashing the party.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Sonic walks over to Gohan's room and then sits on the edge of his bed. It's been 13 years to the day that the androids first attacked. 13 long years of constant battle that never seems to be going anywhere. The androids didn't stop with just the Z fighters. They conquered everything. They started with King Acorn, killing him, and even Princess Sally. They created their own fortress around the castle, where their brother, Emerald, could work to improve them, permanently fusing them with the Chaos Emeralds and creating upgrades for them along with that, making them unstoppable. They destroyed the Master Emerald, since they didn't need it anymore, and those remaining went into hiding in Knothole Village. With no ruler, they elected their hero Sonic to be the new king. As much as he hates royalty, he knew that if he said no, then the people would be driven into chaos. So, reluctantly, he accepted to be king, and now leads the resistance against the androids. Over the years though, it's been more than just the androids, as Emerald infects others with the metal virus, creating machines that used to be family and loved ones. Many of the resistance have fallen to the metal virus, with only a few of those willing to go out and fight anymore. The strongest heroes left are King Sonic and the son of the great hero Goku, Son Gohan. Though even with Sonic's super form and Gohan's Super Saiyan form, nothing can top the power of the androids. No matter how much training the two do together, it's not enough. Sonic believed that maybe if they had the time chamber still, they could stand a chance, but it was destroyed when Angel Island was sunken underwater. Bulma and Tails worked together to try and come up with plans to stop them, but the genius of Bulma frightened the androids, and they made sure to put an end to any meddling from her. This left Trunks an orphan. Silver had been taken in by Bulma as well, with Trunks and Silver being raised as brothers. So, with Bulma gone, Tails made it his responsibility to look after the boys, especially since he deemed the death of Bulma his fault. Her death wasn't in vain, as they seemed to get all of the parts they needed for a counterattack. All they needed was the upgrade data from today's raid, and now they have it. Tails sits in his workshop tirelessly going through all of the files that were stored on every upgrade that Emerald had given to the androids. And with all of this data, Tails can put it towards 2 androids of his own. With their power, then they can finally put an end to this, and avenge everybody who's been killed, and free those who are put under their control. Though, this has been the only goal on Tails' mind, separating him from his friends, making him cold and distant, especially towards the 2 boys he himself took in. All he cares about is taking down the 2 androids and building the perfect ones to save the world, and it's totally consumed him. Thankfully for the 2 of them, Gohan lives with Tails as well, and while he is very similar to Tails in a lot of ways due to all that he's been through, he's still very warm and kind towards the 2. He treats them as his younger brothers, and trains them day and night to become warriors like them. Gohan has grown considerably over these years, and has been able to harness chaos energy and unleash his own super form on top of Super Saiyan. But even this incredible power isn't enough for the androids, though he believes that Trunks and Silver will succeed where he's failed. He can sense the incredible chaos energy inside of Silver, and he can sense the power of the Super Saiyan inside of Trunks. He's been training them in both energies, and they've grown incredibly, but have never been able to access any superpower of their own. Gohan's told them that he accessed both powers while in battle, so that's what will lead Trunks and Silver to going out more and try and do battle with Badniks. Trunks is able to handle the mechas, but Silver can't face them, as the first time that he came into contact with his mother was the worst day of his life. He still goes out into battles with Trunks, and was finally brave enough to go with him to help the others today, but that didn't end up going so well. It takes a bit for him to recover, but eventually things seem to look up when Gohan is back up on his feet again.
Gohan, your arm! It's our fault. I'm so sorry.
If we didn't show up at all, you'd still be okay. We're sorry.
Gohan just stares at the 2, with Trunks and Silver now terrified of what he'll say to them.
You 2 did what you thought was right. For all we know, if you didn't show up, I may have lost more than just my arm. Just next time, give us a heads up, okay?
That's what King Sonic said too.
Even with one arm, Gohan is able to train with the boys for the next few weeks to make them even stronger than before. The boys are able to grow in power, but aren't able to access any Super Saiyan power or any Chaos power. Trunks is starting to get discouraged that he'll never make it, but Silver makes sure to constantly reassure him that if their parents could do it, they can do it too. After these weeks of training, Tails finally bursts out of his shop.
The new androids are ready!
The Z-Fighters gather around the pods, waiting for Tails to activate these new androids. He presses a few buttons, and the first pod opens up. Out steps Kitsunami the Fennec, who just stares at everybody in the group.
It's nice to meet all of you. Especially you, your majesty, sir.
Nice to meet you too, bud.
Sonic says, but is clearly disturbed that this kid is one of the androids Tails created to help out. Next, the second pod opens up, and out steps the creation Tails is most proud of, Serge the Tenric.
What's up, wimps? I can't believe you need a Kit and I to take care of your own problems.
Serge and Kit are 17 and 18 superiors in every way. They don't have the Chaos Emeralds like them, but at this point, we don't even need them anymore. With the data Whisper retrieved, I was able to get all of the parts Eggman and Gero used and exceeded even Emerald's upgrades.
You got that right. You ready to go kick some robo butt, Kit?
Whatever you want to do, ma'am.
Hold on. We can't just have him run off yet. We need a plan first.
Look, I get that you brain types like to think by all the angles, but let's face it, it always comes down to hit them, and keep hitting them till they don't move no more.
Hey, Tails, a quick word, please? You can't be telling me that those two are more fit to go out than Trunks and Silver.
Of course they are. I made them. They're advanced in every way possible to the androids.
In power, sure, but they don't have any experience. That Kit kid out there looks like he'll keel over after a simple conversation, and you want to put him up against the bloody androids? What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Why do you want Trunks and Silver going up against those monsters? I can't lose them too. You've been off trying to keep the people together, and I've been left trying to keep our family together. Amy, Shadow, Bulma, Vegeta are gone. They've got nobody. I care for them so much. I can't just... They're mine. Now. They're my kids now. Even Gohan, if anything ever happened to any of them, I couldn't take it. Those two, they're new blood. They're in the new us. I can tell you're losing your steam, Sonic. No, don't try to argue. It's obvious we all realize it. I think even the androids do too. We're not as young as we once were. But these two, they can take out the androids and bring peace back. And if anything happens to them, then at least my family is still safe.
Tails walks away as Sonic stares off at him, not knowing what exactly to say for the first time in his life. Tails preps Serge and Kit, and as they're preparing, the radio goes off, with the host saying that the androids are attacking Peppertown, with Emerald turning the remaining citizens into Zombots as 17 and 18 kill the rest.
Alright, this is our moment, Kit. Let's do it!
No! This is way too dangerous!
Serge grabs Kit and rushes off at supersonic speeds.
Damn it! Tails, if those two get killed, so help me!
Sonic rushes off after them, as Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan and prepares to fly off.
Wait, if they're going, I want to come too.
Yeah, you said it yourself, Gohan. We've gotten a lot stronger than last time we fought them.
I can't watch after you and them at the same time. You two need to stay here.
But Gohan, we can help. We won't be in the way, I swear.
You know what? You're right. I might need help. Come here, guys.
Yes, thanks, Gohan. You won't regret.
Trunks collapses to the ground, unconscious, with Silver and Tails backing up.
What are you doing?
Silver falls to the ground unconscious as well. Gohan glares up at Tails, without saying a word. He then flies off after Serge and Kit. The city gets blown into pieces. So many civilians are either vaporized by the androids or turned into Zombots by Emerald. That is, until Serge and Kit arrive face to face with the androids.
Alright, cyborgs, prepare to get your asses beat.
Surge! Surprise said not to alert them.
He ain't the boss of me. Besides, they can't make a fuss with their dust. Hey, 17, do these two look familiar to you?
Unfortunately, no. I was hoping killing everybody in the city would alert the ones we actually want to kill today. But I guess you kids would do.
I appreciate you calling us cyborgs, though. Usually people get that wrong. Shut it, sister! You ain't got nothing on us!
But the plan!
What's up with you and plans? Just get 'em!
Serge zooms in at the speed of light and slams 17 into a nearby building before he even saw what was happening.
17! What the?
18 is then wrapped around by Kit's water tentacles and slammed into the ground.
That's what I'm talking about, Kit. Way to go!
Thanks, miss.
An energy blast then rockets out of the dust straight at Kit, with him blocking with his water tentacles.
That actually hurt, you brat!
You're right, that actually hurt. You're not normal people, are you?
Like hell I'm gonna tell you anything. What you got, huh?
17 scowls and begins firing down ki blasts onto Serge, but she's too fast and dodges every single one. She springs herself up to homing attacks straight into 17. He staggers and tries to grab her, but she unleashes a flurry of strikes at light speed, which he can't see coming. 18 goes to fly in to get her off, but Kit nails her right in the face with a water tentacle. She rushes back towards him in a rage, but he's able to use all of his tentacles to deflect her blows as fast as she can. He wraps one of them around her leg and turns it into ice, freezing her in place. He then throws more ice blades towards her chest, with her able to throw a Destructo disc through them straight at Kit. He manages to dodge as 18 breaks out of the ice. She fires multiple finger beams into the water tentacles, and once inside, she detonates the attack so it blows up the water. Kit goes flying back, with 18 right on top of him, and she unleashes a full power energy cannon right on top of him. Serge notices the explosion and immediately bounces off of 17 and nails 18 in the side of the head with a spin dash. 18 collapses to the ground, with Serge firing off lightning at her to blow her away. She zooms into Crater to check on Kit, just to see that he's perfectly fine, not a scratch on him.
Guess those upgrades Mr. Prowl gave us really do work.
17 appears behind Kit, ready to land a blow, but Kit just sprouts new water arms and grabs 17 by every limb and freezes him. Serge then turns around and then begins to constantly slam into him at lightning speed. Since none of these attacks she's landing are ki blasts that 17 can absorb, all of these hits do tremendous damage to him. This is when Emerald appears behind Kit and grabs him by the neck. Kit is raised into the air as Emerald attempts to place the metal virus onto him, though it doesn't work.
Sorry, but we were built to resist cheating like that.
Serge goes to blast Emerald with electricity, but he raises his hand and stops it with his psychic powers. He throws it away and goes to land a gigantic punch to Serge. She goes to punch herself, and the two collide fists, which causes the crater to deepen even more. Emerald's arm begins to spark as Serge just smiles. She kicks Emerald in the leg to get him off balance, and then spin kicks him upside the head. He collapses, and Kit grabs him with his water tentacles and jams them in his neck to disable him. Emerald collapses to the ground, completely shut down.
No! You bastards are gonna pay for that!
17 explodes in power, breaking free of the ice, and he rushes Serge, nailing her upside the head. Serge goes flying away, with 17 bursting after her and ready to get his revenge. Serge recovers in midair though, and the two clash fists, with 17 giving it his all, but Serge just laughing at how much fun that she's having. 17 then rips his hands off, which surprises Serge just enough, where he can unleash a hellstorm right on top of her. Serge is blasted into the ground at full force.
Alright, I actually felt that one.
You leave Serge alone!
Kit wraps 17 into water tentacles to get him away from Serge, but 17 unleashes his barrier to get them right off of him. Kit backs off as 17 fires at him, but Serge is up right away and kicks him right where she was so he can eat a face full of dirt. Serge and Kit then walk up to 17, with him getting up and firing a ki blast at the two, but Serge summons the water in front of them to block it and then slams 17 down with the tentacles.
How is that damn water so powerful?
It belonged to Piccolo.
You!
Gotta say, this look suits you, 17. How does it feel to be bested by the androids of our own?
Of your own? Those two are...
That's right. Made to be even better than you. Even better than us. Courtesy of our great pal, Miles.
Nothing is better than us, rat.
18 rushes in towards Sonic, with Serge rushing in front of him and kicking 18 right in the arm, breaking it. 18 yells out in pain as Serge slams her right next to her brother.
Stay down. You two are finished. Now tell us how to return Knuckles, Amy, Chaozu, Rogue, Cream, and all those roboticides back to normal.
17 then begins to laugh.
What the hell is your problem? Losing it since you're no longer top dog?
Not at all. You impress me, Your Majesty, Gohan. I never thought I would see the day where we had to resort to the hidden power of the emeralds.
So what?
Gohan goes to fire down a Kamehameha at the two, but they Chaos Control away and appear in the sky. The 7 Chaos Emeralds then appear outside of the androids for the first time in years, with 17 summoning his shield around them just in time as Gohan fires up a Kamehameha. The blast does nothing, and the 2 androids chant together.
The controller is the one who unifies the chaos.
Chaos
Control!
There is a gigantic flash of light, and the barrier disappears. The group block their eyes from the light, and once it dissipates, they all look up. To their surprise, there is only one android up there. One who looks an awful lot like 17, but with 18's hair. What is this?
This is your end.
The fused being 1718 appears behind Serge at incredible speeds and places their hands on Serge's back. Serge turns around in surprise.
How the hell did you...
As 1718 unleashes an infinity energy cannon right into her, completely vaporizing her. Kit screams out as 1718 appears behind him and grabs the water container and rips it right off of his back, which, unbeknownst to Sonic and Gohan, instantly just renders Kit immobile, so he collapses to the ground, as the fused android unleashes a simple ki blast to destroy him as well. Sonic then erupts into his super form and rushes the android, punching them straight in the face, but they don't flinch an inch. Sonic is surprised, and the android disappears in front of him. Sonic tries to look around where they went, and using all of his chaos sensing abilities, he can detect the android right behind Gohan, with a blast going straight for him. Sonic stares in horror, but isn't going to let his nephew die. He lets the deepest part of himself break through his limits for a split second.
Sonic! Sonic! Uncle, please God, not you too!
Sonic coughs up blood as the light begins to leave his eyes.
Uncle, why did you do it?
With what little energy he has left, he looks up at his nephew.
Gohan. Don't give up yet. You just can't let these 2 destroy everything we fought and died to guard. I'm sorry I won't be there to help. But you're the protector of Earth now. Goku, Cell, sorry.
There. Now our objective is finally complete.
Not that we did it for the doctors, but just because that felt really good.
Gohan screams out, erupting in energy.
You killed almost everyone I've ever loved, but no more. This bloodshed ends today. I'm the one who's going to stop you.
Gohan!
He did it to protect you.
Where is he?
Fighting.
Why did he? We could have helped!
Silver runs up to Trunks to try and shake him awake.
You 2 aren't leaving my sight. Trust Gohan. Trust me. Serge and Kit will get the job done. I just know they will.
I'm not letting you be the judge of that. I'm tired of you thinking keeping us here is protecting us. It's not. We want to help. You act like we don't know the risks. But of course we do. I just want my parents back. I can't lose my big brother, too.
The big brother line shatters Tails. He just stares at Silver, dumbfounded, as Silver's stress gets to him and he finally manages to reach that part of himself.
Chaos Control!
Silver and the still unconscious Trunks teleport onto the battlefield. Once they arrive, Trunks wakes up as Silver falls over.
Silver? Are you okay? What happened?
Used up a lot of energy to get us here. Find Gohan.
Trunks immediately remembers what happened. He flies away from Silver to explore the city, or what's left of it. It's nothing but a wasteland. What happened here? He flies by a crater to see Emerald disabled inside of it. Emerald's defeated? That must mean they won. But then he notices a body near a puddle of water, and his whole world collapses all around him. Trunks lands on the ground and stares at Gohan's body. Tears stream down his face as he slowly walks over to him.
Gohan? Wake up! Gohan! Gohan! Gohan!